So yeah, I want to get some thoughts on some potential candidates. So what do you guys think of the idea of Jose Mourinho, the special one, as he's called? Uh, so many great quotes. My personal favorite: "If I speak, I'm in big trouble."
Can we just do like draft grades? I'd like to do like a quick report card. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it for me. I'd say for us, A plus, probably. I mean, he's got the big game experience. He knows how very good man management, questionable tactics as far as dealing with young players, but we're starting to get to a more mature team, and so I think he might be the guy to bring this team into the maturity, and so I think he's the perfect fit.
A plus just on entertainment value of
Yeah,
just
that's
watching
where
this
I'm at.
unfold. But like, do you really think he's gonna? How do you think he would put up with Walker Zimmerman? Like, how do you think he'd be able to put up with just some of the
Oh, I
lackluster
mean,
talent?
I think he would. I mean, first of all, the good news is we're phasing out guys like Walker Zimmerman, but like he's gonna hate Serginho Dest. I just know it. He's gonna despise that kid. That kid's gonna walk in with a baguette, and he's just gonna be. He loves picking on people. He's gonna be all over Serginho. That's my theory. But yeah, I'm in for entertainment value, and because I believe there is upside, but his tactics scare me because he can destroy teams, and I guys, I could see a scenario where maybe while not wanting Greg Berhalter back, maybe we're a little more thankful for him. Crazy thought, but I don't know.
That's just you.
Yeah, it's just
Echo
me.
chamber over there.
Yeah. Okay. Next one, Marcelo Bielsa.
I like his tactics. I like him. Doesn't speak English though. Yeah. And I remember watching the Leeds documentary, and I was like, this guy's coming to this English team, and he's like speaking Spanish. I don't know if he could really galvanize the nation.
Yeah.
The
I feel like we're just not like, I don't want to say tolerant, but like he's not. Yeah, we're not there yet.
I feel like it hurts the overall buy-in that we would want to get. I like him. I like his tactics. I think he would kind of work well with what we got, but I don't know. He's also not the most exciting guy, just in general. I mean, the way we would play would be fun.
And then he sits on that but he's like that coach who like your like base little league coach who sits on a bucket. He just sits on this little stoop the entire game. It's kind of awesome.
I like him. I think, as Max said, tactics wise, it's pretty to watch. I would be fine with that. I would say probably an A- to a B+ for me. Been out of the game for a little bit as far as coaching. Was the last Leeds coach, so has a little. Were any of our players at that point there? Maybe Brendan Aronson. I think maybe we had one guy. Yeah. So that means nothing anymore then. Yeah, I don't know. I would be okay with it. I would be, fine.
I feel like that one's a little more likely. Like he's at a stage of his career where I could see him actually maybe taking that job, as opposed to Jose Mourinho. I really don't see that.
He would have to live in Chicago. Do you think he could put up with the?
Either of those guys. That's crazy.
Is that where they would live?
They have to. They have to live in Chicago. Yeah.
Hopefully they get rid of that, man. That's so dumb. But
It is approximately 10 degrees outside, probably negative with wind chills. So,
a little bit different than Rome this time of year, Jose. Personally, Bielsa plays man-to-man soccer. That's psychotic. I respect that he's a limbs coach. He's fun. He's made things fun. But I like that. That for me is like, Jose. I can sort of see it, but. And I like ambition, but I would rather have Jim Curtin from the MLS, who's like the good Philly Union coach, than Marcel Bielsa. I'm dead serious. Lodge, that's just me. You let me know. But that I don't know. That just doesn't. At some point, I think we could be in trouble if we just start asking for crazy names. But last one I'm going to throw out, Jesse Marsh. What do you guys think? Coach of Leeds United right now.
That would probably be my fate. Like in terms of plausibility, and also just the overall team dynamic. I like Jesse Marsh a lot. I think he would get buy-in right away. I think his tactics fit. In terms of like quality of a coach, yeah, obviously he's not on the same level as some of the guys we've talked about, but in terms of plausibility and I think getting buy-in from the players, I like him. I like Jesse Marsh a lot. I think he's hard not to like.
Mm-hmm. Relatability is when it comes down to it. I mean, he's a relatively young coach. I think so. I would say probably 40s. Yeah. All of his speeches that I've heard for Leeds have been pretty much like what you would hear out of like a college basketball coach or something like that, like lighting a fire under the kids' asses. And sometimes we definitely look like we need that. I don't think that it would be bad. I also think that it might be a good time for him to transition because he is I mean, he did get a little bit of money in this transfer window, but he was on the hot seat not only like a month or two ago. So I would say
he's
probably
a couple
still there.
games away from being right back on it too, right?
So like it's a good time. If that were to come about, I think it's perfect opportunity for both, and we meld well. I give it an A+.
All right.
A lot of high grades for Lodge.
Easy grader. Yeah, I like it too. My question, and I even kind of agree that could be a system fit. My question is if it's not a system fit, you know, he's known for doing the Red Bull way, which is this, as we talked about in the crash course, it's this like pretty limited, like just run like crazy, win the ball strategy. And so my thing with Jesse Marsh would be, okay, it goes wrong. What now? Like, do you start to mold to our players? Like we criticized Berhalter, he didn't mold to our players. So that's my question with him. But yeah, all right, we're just gonna take a quick break and get back to the last 2 items on our wheel. Probably the two best items in my opinion. So, all right, welcome back to the American Soccer